Wait, did the stream hear us talking about it?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
oh, my image.
the
My
stream
image, no.
the stream was going for like 45 minutes before we started the recording.
Image,
So
my social image is ruined. The joke amongst all my friends is that I think anime is trash and deserves to burn in a pit.
I mean, the VODs only last for 14 days.
If anyone's paying really close attention, I think anime is one of the seventh deadly sin. Don't watch it.
But anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the fourth session of the Versamy Tales D&D podcast. Yeah, I guess I'll let everybody. I feel like I'm should be saying more than that at the beginning, but I'm forgetting. But I don't know. Anyway, I'll let everybody go through their introductions like usual. So, starting from the top.
I'm the one that made the poor decision last time.
Yes.
It worked out.
I mean,
Barely.
it did, yeah.
Nicknaming your character to Fred.
Right.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, go ahead.
My turn?
Yeah, sure, I guess. If that's all Chess wants to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello, bitches and bros, and non-binary hoes. Once again, this is Gunner with this unnamed dungeon cast. We are still working on that shit. Something about Versamy Tales, probably. I have no idea yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, for now I'm still playing Donovan Fluffles, Don for sure, ranging from names from Fluffykins, That Bastard Cat, and in a couple particular the Puss in Boots.
Indeed. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Hey everyone, this is Cat5 Gaming, playing my title character Katreya, who is still a fighter progressing soon into some arcane shenanigans. Also, I think our group is too cool for a name. We're just going to be like the mystery people.
Yeah.
Right. Mystery Incorporated, really
Yeah.
still going on with the Scooby-Doo references, baby.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if we don't get a name, you might just get incorporated into Fluffles Enterprises.
Damn, you said Incorporated like Mystery Incorporated.
And next.
Okay.
I'm Sophia. I'm playing. Liana. I apologize to those out there with mommy issues, but you're gonna get more, baby. Mwah.
Liliana. Yeah, and so, Rin and Mia are, out this week, it seems. I say it seems because we haven't heard a word from Mia, so, if she joins mid-session, then great. Rin, we already knew was going to be out, though. Because Rin is still going through, a lot of personal stuff. So we knew that she would be out for at least 2 weeks, if not more. But last week, you all entered the Keifu Caves. You encountered, I believe it was some Neogi hatchlings at the entrance. And when you came to a fork in the road, you decided the best thing to do was split up. And some of your group went off to fight some ghoul bats, while another batch of your group got completely ambushed by 9 zombies. to which several people were badly injured, but were otherwise okay. You know, Katreya may have taken a few good hits to the head.
It's okay. It's only a concussion.
And Lauren was invincible until she wasn't. When one of the zombies walked up and gave her a good hard punch to the stomach and nearly knocked her out in one hit. Gotta love those crits. And then you all took a short rest here in this portion of the cave. During your short rest, you definitely heard a few noises here and there, but no creatures have shown up in any direction. Actually, was it Neogi? Was it Neogi that you fought? I don't remember now. I think it was.
It was
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh gosh. Because I have two monsters here that are off on the side, and I had one monster and I took it out and replaced it with another, but I didn't remove the initiative token, and I'm like staring at the one that I was pretty sure was the one I removed, but I couldn't remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that one is the one that I removed. So you do have two options. You can head back to the north and, you know, continue in the direction where the ghoul bats were, or there is this path here to the south where these zombies came from. Which one is up to you?
So my question for those who went north is, how promising did that direction look?
Well, it was nothing like zombies, so I mean, it was a lot better than what you guys had.
Mm-hmm.
I saw more purple crystals.
I think I saw a faint glow, but I can't say.
Well, either way is a risk, obviously.
I'm going to pull Lauren over here while we're...
Yes, but I am much more hesitant to move in the direction of where 9 zombies came from.
This does seem to be a little more difficult path, at least so far.
Yeah, it sure was a great idea we split up.
And who said that you all should have followed my lead?
There's no point in arguing about it. Mistakes happen. It's how we learn as people.
And we're all alive, so...
And I admittedly I was careless. So I apologize, but there's no need to remain on the subject and squabble about our differences.
Well, if all the north had was some weird bats and glowing crystals, that sounds like that's a good direction to go to me.
I find myself in agreement.
I'm inclined to agree as well.
Alrighty. Off to the northwest then. Let's see. You make your way back into the branching path up here. And I'll just go ahead and, oop, that was a little bit lag. Go ahead and bring purple
Just
upward.
move this all up there. Okay.
Yeah, just go. You can just go ahead and bring your characters up into here, if you want to. So the question I have though is, who would you say is like in the front of the group? Like who's kind of, you know, walking like first and whatnot, kind of thing.
It would seem practical for me to take the lead.
All right.
I think I've proven I can take quite a bit of punishment.
I mean, that's true.
I shall bring up
Oh.
number.
Alrighty.
All right. In that case, I will pull Katreya up to here then, with the rest of the group where they are. Oh, hey, it's Rind in the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
So you you get to the intersection here. As you look ahead, you see a familiar-looking creature. The eyeball with tentacles kind of attached to it. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that. My mic just died for half a second. I assume everybody can hear me now again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
I figured since I have a thing that tells me when you should be able to hear me, so, but I just wanted to be sure. But yeah, so, a little bit down the path, you can see a familiar creature. The creature you had seen earlier, the eyeball with some tentacles, kind of along the back of it.
Is
It
it just
sees
like watching
you.
us?
Hmm?
Is it just watching us?
It sees you, and then once again turns down and starts to move down the cave here. So like, woo.
Well, I already know I can't kill that thing with a single magic missile, so I'm not gonna bother.
Find your lack of self-faith disturbing.
Well, I mean, you used what? Minor magic missile last time, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. A little bit further down the path, you can see what looks to be some of the like you can see the glow of what you assume are crystals. By the way, I did fix the crystals so they're actually illuminated now. I figured out what was causing the problem and fixed it, so you can now see the purple even when your light is in the purple. So, but yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start like slowly moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
assuming everybody's like coming up behind me.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Go
Gonna
ahead
take it
and-
slow.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and move a little bit, and then, everybody
Yeah.
moves, and then kind of move a little bit. And
I'll do 20 at a time.
that makes sense.
we've already been ambushed once, so I'm not eager to like rush into another ambush.
Maybe once you move, wait for everyone else to catch up, and then.
Yep,
take
right.
it
That's
from
what I'm doing.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna be waiting for Don to move up because I don't want to push past the small guy.
Right. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, moving up again.
On up to there. Okay. So, I mean, as you reach this area, you can see that it kind of has a bit of an intersection here, you know. One path goes to the northwest. One path seems to head in a southwestern path. So,
Annoyingly, this has many divergences.
mm-hmm.
Do we want to flip a coin?
Hmm.
Or just head toward the purple light?
I think it would be worthwhile to investigate the crystals.
Alright, I'll head in that direction.
Alrighty. Up towards the crystals. As you grow near to this area with the crystals, further up ahead, further down the cave, you can hear what would best be described as tribal drums.
Drums in the deep.
It's it's a little faint, which tells you that they're, you know, further ahead. They're not like, it's not like they're right around the corner, you know, they're somewhere further down the path here. But you can definitely hear what sounds like somebody, you know, banging on, you know, drum, you know, a leather-bound drum type, you know, thing, you know, in a rhythm, you know, like I said, you know, tribal drums, if you will.
Hmm.
So,
Alright, well, I'm gonna move
Not
up to this
creepy at
intersection.
all.
Oh, it's not an intersection, it's just a thing. There is something ahead. I can see it in my dark vision.
He's so cute.
So, up ahead, seeing, you know, on the edge of your dark vision, which is actually, it's like further than, like because I have the vision off, dark vision isn't technically active right now, which is interesting how that works. Is there actually a way to...
That does get a bit confusing.
Yeah, I'm...
Infinite vision. It just keeps going till it hits the wall.
Dark vision...
Yeah.
Circles... Let me try something. Whoops. Circle distance of 60. Let me try that. See what that does. Yeah! That did it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So, originally it was... I don't know how it's coded. but it was just doing a radius 60 supposedly. But however the system is coded, doing a radius 60 doesn't, like, it turns off if the light settings are off. But what I did was I changed it from a radius of 60 to a distance of 60, and that put it to where it's, where it is proper. That said, what you see before you, and
I can only see one of them. So.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. In your dark vision, you can see 3 figures that are up here. Due to the fact that they're moving and dancing, these 2 that are back here, their forms kind of come in and out of your dark vision. This one here, the one in the front, is currently sitting on the floor, hitting the drums. You can hear that these creatures are singing something. Does anybody know the language Ignan?
No.
I will also type that so that it's, that there's a chance somebody might see that.
Also, she's going to duck to the corner and immediately motion everyone to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll start, like, quietly describing what she saw.
Alrighty.
Like, so what do we want to do?
I say we greet them, and if they're aggressive, we put them down like dogs.
Well, it's got the best chance of being charming. I would not describe myself as charming.
I am, but I doubt I speak their language.
Low is dry common.
Just use friendly body language?
Could try drawing pictures. They don't have to be good pictures.
You do have a point.
A couple weird little scribbles of them, scribbles of us, and then a heart in the middle.
Well, if you want to give it a try, I'll walk out next to you in case they go hostile. We could all be ready to jump them if they turn out to be not friendly.
Sure enough.
I think this is the best plan. Done?
Fine, just fine, but I better not get it. Fine.
Alrighty. Stepping up to these little creatures then. So these creatures, they look like weird little geckos. Their entire body is kind of their whole body is like shifting between like red and orange, almost as if their skin is like Magma, I want to say.
Microsoft Screensaver number 6.
Say that again.
Windows XD screensaver number 7.
But yeah, they're and they don't look like they have like scales or anything. They look very slick and smooth, almost, I would call it almost slimy. And again, their skin looks like it's kind of shifting back and forth, you know, through the different colors of, you know, magma, lava, whatever term you want to use. As you take a few steps forward, one of them stops dancing and turns, which causes the other two to, you know, the other one that's dancing to realize that something's going on and turn as well. The one that is that's been, you know, beating on the drums here actually stops, you know, just stops beating the drums, and without turning around, it begins to speak in a language that you have no idea.
Yeah, I got none of that.
Katreya leans down to Dawn. Don't suppose you play a musical instrument? They seem to be into that.
Unfortunately, no. The only art the only musical art I'm competent in is dance.
Oh, you can dance?
I did announce I do frequent brothels as a performer, did I not?
Well, they were dancing. Try dancing. If you could, can you do the dance they were doing?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that would come across as friendly.
I can attempt.
All right, go ahead and give me a performance check.
First roll then.
Alright. Second.
Say again?
24.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice. The creatures stare at you for a moment. And then the two that are looking at you kind of turn to the drummer and clearly say something to the drummer here. Excuse me. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I had like a burp that was stuck and it would not let me do anything. The drummer responds by kind of hitting the drums in a specific beat. I want the two of you to go ahead and make me an insight check.
Oh boy, I think I'm proficient in that. Yes, I am. Okay.
That's gonna be a synthetic 20.
Nice.
I got a 19.
19 and 20. Alright. You listen to the drums for a moment. And it doesn't take long for you to realize that The drums are essentially being used to try to communicate to you. Though you know not the language itself, the way that the drums are being played gives you a sense and a feeling for what is trying to be said. You sense, I don't want to say pacifism, but non-hostility in the drums. The creatures seem to be wondering, you know, what you're doing here.
Oh, how do we explain that?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're expecting me to try interpretive dance, I don't know how we explain it.
Right.
Do we have something we could show them that portrays our objective?
I have calligraphy.
I mean, does somebody have something they can, like, draw with?
Yes, I do.
Katreya actually calls back, hey, can anybody draw a picture?
What do you need me for?
We need an illustration of our objective. They want to understand.
I do not know who they are. But I can draw, yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Nuts doesn't have dark vision.
There's some weird salamanders up ahead, and they're very interesting. They like to dance and play drums, apparently.
Indeed.
I see. He rummages in his, like, side pouch that he keeps, you know, like the mailman, like,
Right.
post bag. Yes. And he takes out a single scroll of paper, and he attempts to draw the idea of evil
Mm-hmm.
and what he thinks the Lost City might look like based on the architecture of Neptune.
Alright. So give me a charisma check, but you can add proficiency with your tool.
Sweet. That's on the D20. Found one. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I mean, at least I'm assuming you're proficient with the tool
Yep.
that you're using, so.
Yes.
Okay.
A total of 22.
Total of 22.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So you draw an image, and one of the creatures it gets down onto all four legs and kind of crawls forward. And then once it gets up close to you, it kind of stands back up on its hind legs. And then it kind of cranes its neck forward to kind of look over the image. And then it completely turns its head 180 degrees around, without moving any of its body. And then begins speaking to the other creatures behind it. After a moment, you begin to hear the drums play once again, Go ahead and give me insight rolls on the drums again.
Okay.
And I suppose I'll make one since I'm there too now.
Sure, if you want.
Sadly, this time I only got a 9.
Oof.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
With insight
Yes.
for a total of 25.
25. Nice.
17.
17 for Don. Alright. So unfortunately, Katreya gets a little lost. Not really understanding what this message is trying to portray. However, both Don and Nuts are able to, get the general feel of what is being portrayed here. The drummer is playing you a song. You sense that the song is a sorrowful song. Something, it is a sorrowful song that it's almost like you can see an image in your mind, the way that the drums are playing. You see this fanciful city, nestled atop a hill. You witness the rising of a great, monstrous creature. And then afterwards, you see the city kind of crumble, and then the mountains kind of shoot up from underneath the city, rising up and engulfing the whole of the city. Once the drums end, the creature that has been doing the drums here, it lowers its head, and you can actually sense that, you can sense that it almost seems like it's crying. That whatever this image is, it's directly related to these creatures.
I think they lost their home.
Do you think perhaps it was the evil one? The person that we are trying to stop.
Oh, you think maybe they kicked them out or banished them somehow?
Seems to be the case.
Or that these three are survivors, and the city itself is destroyed.
Either way, they're away from their home. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, roll with me on this. I have an idea.
Okay.
Go on.
I assume there's probably some loose rocks around the cavern, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could easily find a few loose rocks without trouble.
She's gonna pile a couple of rocks on top of each other to look like a little figure, basically.
Okay.
And first, she holds up her hands to the salamanders to indicate that she's not doing anything hostile.
Okay.
And then she points to the drawing of the city, and then minor missiles the rocks, so that they go blap and it knocks them away. And then points to the city again. And then motions to all of them, all of our group. Motions to our group as a whole. And then makes a gesture towards them, towards the salamanders.
Okay.
I am attempting to say we're going there to fight and we can give this back to you if you want it.
Okay.
I can make a performance check, but I make no promises because I'm terrible.
Yeah.
My character is not good at it.
I will attempt to give the help action.
Get the help action? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead and give it, do a performance with some advantage.
That is a 17.
17?
Performance.
Nice. So the creatures, the two creatures here that are looking at you, they kind of watch your, they kind of watch what you do, and then turn back to the drummer and begin to speak to it. There's a bit of silence as they finish speaking, and you can definitely see based off of the motions of his back and shoulders and things, that the drummer is kind of thinking over what the creatures said. After a moment, the drummer begins to, begins to drum on the drums again. So go ahead and give me another insight check.
Okay. 21 this time.
Okay. Do Don and Nuts want to roll insights, or?
Sorry.
Okay.
I suppose I can. It was almost another nat 20, but it's an 8 plus 5, 13.
Nice.
19.
Okay, so I got 19 for Don. What was Nuts again?
13.
13? Okay. So you listen to the drums for a few moments. The drums are telling you that the creatures are willing to aid you in reaching the city. One of the creatures picks up a rock, kind of points to it, and tries to say something in their language. through a set of motions that the creature does, along with, you know, the way that he's like showing the rock and pointing at it and things. You get the sense that he's trying to tell you that you need a specific kind of rock or gem or something to that effect. You note that, and I said technically I said it wrong, but he's picking up 2 rocks and kind of trying to like show this to you, but you're getting the sense that like you need 2 of these like special stones, and that somewhere these 2 stones can be found within this cave.
Know what they're trying to say. Katrea points to the 2 rocks that the salamander's fiddling with, and then tries to make a clear motion of like inserting a key and turning it.
Okay.
To ask like, is this an opening thing? Is this like how you get in?
Yes. The creature is the creature basically nods, indicating that yeah, you have the right idea. Basically, these 2 stones that you need to look for serve as a sort of key.
He smiles and gives him a thumbs up.
So.
Okay, so we need keys. Any ideas, anybody?
I mean,
Hold up.
I could pick a lock, but I don't think it would be that easy.
He's running back and grabbing one of these purple gems, and then running right back and holding it out to the salamander-looking people.
Okay.
And nod and then shake his head like yes or no.
Right. So the creature shakes its head, indicating that these purple crystals have nothing to do with it. In fact, this creature begins to kind of sniff the air for a moment, and then crawls ever closer to you and begins to sniff each and every one of you. Let's see. I don't know which of your characters is actually carrying the item, but I do know that you picked up an item.
If it was that sunstone, Don is carrying it.
Don is carrying. Oh yeah, that's right. So he sniffs over the 3 of you, and then it turns to Don and begins like really getting close and sniffing all over you as if he can smell something that he's looking for on Don's person.
All right, buddy, I'm not into. First of all, not into guys. Second of all, you mean this? He pulls out the sunstone.
Katrea's just laughing.
The creature points to the sunstone, and then points to one of the rocks it's holding, and then it does this like point at one, point at the other, point back to the second kind of, movement.
So we've got one, but we need the other.
I can almost guarantee you that the next is going to be kind of, it's the balance.
Say that again? I didn't hear that.
Liana is just gonna is leaning against a wall and just looks over and sees it and it's like, I can almost guarantee you that the next half of this puzzle is going to be looking for some kind of moonstone, probably, you know, balanced and all that.
Yeah, that, I
After-
mean, that does make sense.
Unless the they have it. They might have the other half of the puzzle to enter Ancient City or whatever.
Hey, I've got an idea. Nuts.
Yes?
Draw the moonstone and draw the sunstone and then draw like a moon thing next to it and like question mark.
Mhm.
Yes. And Nuts is going to take another scroll of paper and draw the sunstone and like a circle with the moon, like a crescent moon on it, question mark next to it and pointing at the
Okay.
newt people.
The creature looks at the scroll for a moment. It nods, and then it points to the moon, and then it kind of points to the rock that it's holding. Definitely indicating that yes, you have the right idea, that you're looking for like a moon stone.
Spot on, Liana. Katria just looks back and says, "Spot on, Liana."
But also in the same drawing, I was trying to indicate if they had the other
They had
half.
it, yeah. So the creatures, they would definitely give you some indication that they don't have the moonstone. So I'm not, and I can't immediately think of how they would do so. But they would indicate to you, no, they don't have it. So.
Well, in that case, Katrea points to the moonstone drawing again, and then just starts pointing in random directions. Like, can you give us a direction?
Let's see. I know. The creature reaches down and it draws something in the ground. The drawing that you see is very akin to the Niyogi that you have seen. The eel looking head with the spider body.
Oh, great! The eel spiders have it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's going to be a barrel of fun.
Well, might as well ask. So Nuts is going to take yet another page and draw his best representation of them, the newts and the party traveling together in the cave.
Okay. So the newt shakes its head, and then points down towards this southern, this western portion of the cave. It points down towards that area. as if trying to like indicate, that there's something there that they like have to stay by. It then like turns to the rest of the cave, points like down towards the cave, and then does this like shivering, shaking kind of motion with its body.
I think the city's down there.
Yeah, the city's probably down there, and I'd imagine from the indicators they gave, they probably have hatchlings or something, or eggs that they're guarding.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Not all that cold. But shivering can mean many things.
Right.
Could mean fear, it could mean simple temperature.
But it's pretty clear they're staying here. So
Right. Yeah, it's very clear that they're staying here. As another sort of thing, the newt that's here, it points to the drummer and then kind of points at his eyes. The newt points at the drummer and then points at like his own eyes, as if to indicate like something about the drummer,
Nuts grabs one of the papers from the ground, scribbles out the previous drawing, and draws on it an eye symbol with slash through it.
Yeah, more. The newt kind of nods. Yeah, it's trying to indicate like, this drummer here, he's been faced away from you the whole time, and what this particular newt is trying to portray, for anybody who hadn't picked it up, is that the drummer himself is blind. So like he can't move around, which is part of why they're staying here. Not the only reason, but it's part of. So.
Well, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah. That said, the newt that you've been talking to, quote unquote, is going to scurry down this way. He's actually, I'm only moving the token to there, but he's actually going past the other newts, and down into this portion of the cave. A moment later, it comes crawling back up, and in its mouth is this leather satchel. It crawls back up to you with the satchel kind of hanging out of its mouth, and it holds the satchel out to you.
Katreya takes it, I guess.
Okay.
She just kind of holds out her hands and lets him drop it in there.
Okay. Yeah, you hold out your hands, and it just kind of drops the bag into your hand. And then it quietly just scurries on back to the other newts.
Look in the bag.
Okay. Let's see. Looking into the bag. Let's see. So looking into the bag, you realize that the inside of the bag is much larger than the outside would otherwise warrant it being.
Did a fire nuke just give us a bag of holding?
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be.
That is what it appears to be.
Do we do science now or later? Turn that bitch inside out.
Later.
I think for now I'm just gonna hang on to it.
Okay.
We'll probably need it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I don't. And Ayla has mine.
Bag of holding.
Yep.
Well, at least this should be useful.
Alrighty.
I hope we can help these poor lizards. I'm starting to kind of like these guys.
Find the stone of balance.
Indeed.
Well, that puts us back onto the track of trying two other options, either the unknown path or the previous way of paying.
Right.
What do you
Well,
guys think?
We might as well start making our way back to potentially decide there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, back to the intersection here.
He's gonna wave to the salamanders before leaving.
Alrighty. As you start to walk off, you witness the newts go back to their dancing.
Those guys are cool.
Agreed.
Now the question's, go down this hallway or do we go south?
One more thing. Before Nuts walks away, he grabs his pieces of paper and prestidigitates them off the page, like the drawings and all that off the pages.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna take a moment to say that's brilliant.
That is
Right.
a
I
good
have
use of that
I have
spell.
never thought of using prestidigitation to make a magic eraser pad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
it's-
plainly, literally only ever use it to dye my character's hair.
I just had to mention that because that was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude's just carrying around Etch-a-Sketches.
Yeah, I know you got a fucking
What?
etch a sketch.
He doesn't ever need to buy like paper because he never uses it. He uses it once and then magically restores it.
Right.
Yeah, instead of just casting a spell and being boring, can you hold the pages in both hands and shake them vigorously, please?
Actually, no, he hovers his hand over top the page and the ink flows off the page into the vial.
That's one way
Like
to do
that. It's like that is the somatic moment. Just like shake the paper.
it. Yep. Just do the etch-a-sketch thing.
Actually, no, he flings the paper out like how you do with a wet like piece of cloth, and the ink flies off. That's my final answer.
Alright.
Wasting ink. Good
So
use.
we know that the South is heavily defended, or at least some of it is. Do we want to try this so far uncontested upper passage first.
Actually, me and Leona here were here, and we fought a bunch of bats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they seem to try to bite and inject us with something, but they didn't get to bite. Well, they only bit me once, but I'm too beefy for that poison stuff, and I'm pretty sure our metallic friend here was also not exactly affected.
Well, see, my thinking here is, as a future monster hunter, a bunch of weird bats is something you could expect to find in an odd part of a cave. A huge amount of zombies feels more like a defensive action.
Hmm.
Oh, these weren't normal bats. They were gargantuan. Well, not gargantuan. They were big for bats.
Are there any like bat corpses around, or did they like disintegrate?
I don't think you like completely annihilated all of them, so you could probably find one of their corpses again.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me take a look at a corpse.
He picked it up and just goes over to Cat, like this.
What I imagine is the size of like a fox bat.
No, I'd say fruit bat.
She's going to get out her Monster Hunter notebook and start like adding details on this thing to it.
Okay.
Like, I'm in training for 3rd level, damn it.
Right.
Please note, no eyes, big scary teeth.
Let's see.
She's kind of like prying its mouth open, examining various parts of it.
Right.
Just to be safe, Nuts is going to cast a radiant spell on the corpse, just to make sure it doesn't come back, but it's not to like set it on fire.
Okay. So to put it in the words of the manual that it's in, the description, it has an emaciated 3-foot-long torso and a head that looks like skin stretched over bone. Its jaws are unnaturally distended and its mouth is full of needle-like teeth.
Sounds cute. I want one.
So that is the description of the that the manual uses. So, like its lower body is basically skeletal, but then its head is just like again, it looks like just flesh has just been like stretched, right across its whole body,
Like that one bug alien from Men in Black, I believe 3? No. Yes.
It's been a long time since I saw those movies, so I
I'll
don't
be
remember.
honest.
I didn't watch the 3rd one.
I was just
It's
thinking,
one of the Men in Black.
I was just thinking it kind of reminds me of like a necromorph, but in bat form.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Right.
I like that idea. But so the next thing I'm wondering is, as she's like examining this creature, does this look like the kind of thing that would just naturally lurk in a cave?
Oh, absolutely not. It is 100% an undead creature.
Okay, so this technically also counts as a defense. That makes neither path particularly safe.
No, I'd say that this path is a lot safer for the zombies because I mean they didn't really. It took 2 of us to take these guys out, and you kind of.
By the way, I'm going to take a sample from this
Nuts is
thing.
just kind of meandering off. Tired of talk.
I'd recommend like taking some of its teeth, see if they might be useful.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's like taking a tooth and putting it in a little vial and like putting it away in her little Monster Hunter kit.
Right.
Monster Hunter kit. That's horrible. I can see it being like one of those like reused fucking mint containers.
Well, hey, at 3rd level, I'll get to add a huge like extra die to checks on this stuff. So.
Right.
How
Alrighty.
am I supposed to prepare for level 3? Like, what am I supposed to learn? Giant runes? Come on.
Yeah, see that's I always figure like when you're 2nd level, you're starting to like do the stuff you're gonna be doing when you're 3rd level. But how do you like prepare for that? That's a
Right.
good question.
Giant wounds.
The vision range is also jacked up for mine. It's only supposed to be 10 feet of bright light and an extra 10 feet of dim light because I don't have dark vision.
But
Right.
you do have a glowing spear.
Yeah. I thought that's the 10 feet by 10 feet and another 10 feet.
Right. It looks like it's set to 20 foot. Because it's
It
10
does look-
foot
yeah,
and then
it-
10 foot.
Yeah, it appears to be, I think.
But all this,
Oh, what?
this piece right here should not have been revealed quite yet.
I think it's
Well, that-
more being revealed by everyone else seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, are you seeing my vision? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think...
No, yours doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't quite line up.
If you hover
Right
over Cat's
here.
token, the vision goes down into this area for Cat.
Yes.
So,
Yes, but there's a thin sliver right there. That's not quite lined up. And it doesn't quite line up with anyone else.
maybe there was a token that was there, but yeah, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, it was when Katria was there. Never mind. I thought mine was Orcs.
No. If you hover over yours, you should see the edge of the white line should go, like, around this section.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep moving forward nice and slow, just 20 feet at a time.
alrighty. Yeah, because, like, now this has been revealed down here because Cat, so...
Yep.
Alright, yeah, you can continue to make your way deeper into the caves of Netu. Let's see.
Who knows, this might all interconnect.
Possible.
These caves are huge.
Leanna's gonna look down at Don and offer an arm, wondering if he's a bit tired from dancing. So she's
Hopefully
willing
so.
to carry him.
Something else it may be to be held by a. Wait, who's offering?
Liana.
As something else it may be to be held by such a beautiful woman. I assure you, I'm just fine. Maybe later, though.
Alrighty.
That calls for an eye roll.
Katreya is both inexperienced and not exactly the biggest romantic, so she is completely not getting this interaction.
Right.
And just keeps on walking.
Yeah. It's not that Nuts isn't a romantic. He just does not care.
Understandable.
Right. Well, I mean, it looks like the cave does a little bit of a curve up here, from what you can see.
Oh, this is certainly a very long passage. Hopefully it's going somewhere useful.
If we go all this way and it turns out to be a dead end, I will give up.
Came up to the corner, just like peek around the corner and make sure it was safe.
Right. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, you have reached this like curve section now. Hang on, I gotta look at something. Right, quick. Bum bum bum. Ow. I don't know what that was. Just like all of a sudden, just part of my freaking, like, hip just hurt for some weird reason.
Ugh.
And I don't know why. It was just all of a sudden it hurt.
Oh, she also glances up at the ceiling periodically in case there's any of those bats hanging out on it.
Any bats? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check while you're at it.
Okay. Whoa, I got a nat 20 on that. Okay.
Ooh.
That is a total of 24?
Total of 24. Nice. So, you glance around, well, I guess not glance, considering a 24. But you look around, this particular, area here. Let's see. How do I want to describe this? You notice that there is a slight displacement in the floor in front of you, right around this area.
So she's gonna look back at the others. I assume Liana's catching up. She looks back at everyone, like, points to the room ahead, makes a motion at a floor tile, and then, like, a danger motion.
Okay.
I don't know who's listening at this point, so I'm trying not to, like, talk too much.
Right.
Well, time to take advantage of one of the things Serene has implied on this, has given us as players for this campaign. Donna's going to use Mage Hand.
Alrighty.
Because remember, you gave us one cantrip.
Yes, I did indeed give you a cantrip. So let's see. So going to use Mage Hand to
Set it off.
set it off. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. So
Though he does just motion Katria to back up.
Yeah, she backs up a bit. Just to be
you
safe.
use your Mage Hand and have it touch the ground over here. The moment that it touches the ground collapses out from underneath the Mage Hand. Looking down the pit that is in front of you, you can see that there are very long, very sharp, pointy spikes with some kind of green substance on the tips.
Oh yeah, I love VM.
How much noise did that make when it gave away?
A pretty decent amount of noise, I would say.
He says out loud, well, I guess we don't need to be quiet now.
Yeah. I would say anything within at least 100 feet has probably heard the pit going off, so.
gonna walk up very slowly and do an edge test, like tapping around the edge with her foot to see if it's like any more is gonna give away.
And more is gonna give away. Alrighty. Let's see. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Uh,
I got a 19.
19? Alrighty. With some quick, taps of your feet along the edges, you manage to kind of knock or kick, any, like, loose stuff, from the edges, until basically all that remains is solid, so...
Okay, she looks back at everybody and gives a thumbs up. It's like, all
Alright.
right, it's safe.
If you want to cross, because it's going to be a little difficult here, you will need to succeed on either an athletics or an acrobatics, your choice.
is this way allowed?
But
Is
even
through
going
the-
this way, you're still going through this part of the pit, so... Whether you go
Okay.
this way across or whether you go this way across, you're still having to kind of skirt the edge of the pit. And that's sort of the idea here, is you're either doing like an athletics to like vault over, or you're using an acrobatics to kind of skirt around. So,
How deep is it?
so it's not very deep. It's maybe, I'd say 10 foot deep. But again, there are spikes.
Yeah.
So, and the spikes are like a good couple of like feet long. So they are a big spike.
Could I use my magical extend-a-pole to just like vault across?
Yeah, you could add maybe like proficiency with your using like proficiency with the stick to kind of add to your roll, if that makes sense. That would
Yeah.
be like an athletics because you're vaulting over, so. But yeah. And if you already have proficiency with athletics, then I would basically just say it's like expertise, so doubling.
He's considering this, and it's like, maybe I should give that to someone who actually has a strength score. I'm going to try acrobatics instead.
Okay.
Just try to like sidle around the edge.
Settle around the edge. Okay.
Though she offers the extend a pole to anybody who wants to try it.
Right. I do have these.
Like-
I have these the right way around, right? Athletics and acrobatics. Because I never remember.
Yeah, acrobatics would be the like
is-
agility sidling kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Athletics is trying to be a long jumper, and acrobatics is doing the spy movie stuff.
Right. Yeah. Athletics uses your strength score. Acrobatics uses your dex score. That's what I thought. I always get them mixed up, so I wanted to be sure I was saying the right words.
And no, I agree, because you're trying to like not slide down the pole while swinging across.
Right.
So that would definitely be a strength thing.
Yeah.
Nuts is going to walk up to the pit, back up slowly, and just stay there like, I am good. You all go across. And I have to go eat some food.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt acrobatics to like just sidle around the pit.
Sure.
Press up against the wall and shuffle.
Alrighty. Acrobatics.
Hopefully that's good enough. Let me see what my total is. That's a total of 16.
16 is enough. So you get across with very little difficulty. So very good. So who's next?
All right. Let's see. Going to make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
That's going to be a Sunday 20.
All right. Yeah, 20 is more than enough to get you across.
Alright, so say I try to use the extendo.
I'm going to be
stick,
right
what
back
would
as
that do?
well. I'm honestly hungry.
You wanted to use the pole
I'm
thing?
using the big stick. I'm using the big stick.
The big stick. All right. Yeah, that. So, like I said, Cat, that would be an athletics, the strength one. So, strength-based check. Oh no.
I hate my. See, I don't trust no Vietnam tactics. Tell 'em. They come at me with these sticks and best.
So luckily for you, you take the pole, you extend it, you jab it down in there to try and fling yourself over. Unfortunately, before you can vault over, your hands slip, putting you still on this side of the pit. Unfortunately, because you were swinging your arms forward, the pole continues to fling forward and lands on the other side of the pit.
Are you, Koltak, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. I'm just proving my abilities by proving that I do not need thine extendo stick.
She's gonna walk over and just collect the pole since it's flopped over here now.
Right.
Obviously flustered, she decides to attempt to jump the pit.
Jump the pit. Okay.
What's
A
the
9.
point?
Okay. Okay.
We're getting somewhere. We went up 3, everyone. If my next roll's a 12, I'm gonna be sorely upset.
So, you rush to the edge of the pit. You take a flying leap over. Unfortunately, you misjudge the where the pit is. You do not perform a pixel perfect jump, I'm afraid.
Yo,
You do land on the other side, but only like half of your body. You go flying through the air. You realize like halfway across that you're not gonna make it, but then you land with like your chest and everything, on the other side, but your feet are kind of dangling down into the pit. So easy enough for somebody to just, pull you up. So
darlings.
Yeah, I still had the pole out, so I'm just gonna hold it out too. Yeah, like grab the pole.
She's just gonna grab the pole.
God, help me pull. I'm not that strong.
But yeah, your allies are able to pull you out, get you pulled back out of the pit without too much difficulty.
I should probably work on my legs in future. My upper body is more than adequate. Rule 1 of the gym, thou shalt not forget leg day.
That was close.
So I will say that the DC was only 10.
And I managed to work it up.
You managed to get it below, one below.
Just for the sake of arguments, if I roll a 12, I will be upset.
20.
I'm arguably more upset.
Your third roll would have gotten you, so.
I don't like. I'm part celestial, and yet God hates me.
Well,
What can you do?
Nuts, do you want to leap or shimmy?
I would rather not go near pits in future, if I'm completely honest.
See,
I
if
think-
I was level 3, this wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. I think Chess said he had to go grab something to eat real quick, so.
Yeah.
I think he's AFK at the moment.
Well, while we're waiting for that, actually, I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm going to put the extendo pole across the pit. Just
Oh.
kind of lay it across it. So that if Nuts actually starts to fall, can just grab the pole.
Okay.
It gives an emergency grab, basically.
Right.
Oh, I was thinking more tightrope walk, but with a
Tightrope.
danger of the fact that it rolls.
Yeah, it's it's very rolly. That could be
It is
bad.
very rolly, indeed, yeah. It would be pretty rolly, so.
Matter of opinion. I've played Fall Guys. Those rolly poles. There.
But I figure grab the pole is better than fall in pit. So
Right. Indeed,
I mean,
indeed.
I tried grab the pole, but it appeared to have not worked. You see, the thing is, I could have like done Dex because the only difference is 1 in like the modifier, but like, what if I roll a 9? I
Mhm.
did. So what's the point?
Right.
yeah,
I am extremely sad.
some days the dice don't like you.
Yeah.
That day is every day.
It do be like that sometimes, honestly. I can agree. Well, while we're waiting on Chess, does anybody want to look down the path here?
Yeah, she'll scout ahead just a little bit. Just to,
Alrighty.
like
Oh, look, a
peek
friend.
around. Oh, it's this fucking thing again. God damn.
At least now we know we're on the right path.
So as you glance around here, you do see a little, like, indent in the floor here, kind of step down, step up. However, you also notice the eye with its tentacles.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Eyes here again.
By the way, I put.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when the eye catches sight of you, its tentacles rise up, and from somewhere in its body, you have no idea where, it lets out this horrific, very loud, high-pitched screech.
Okay, I'm
Son of a
zapping.
bitch.
I'm zapping it with minor missile again.
I can't hear it. I'm blind.
4 points of force damage.
4 points of force damage.
Screw this thing, zap.
That's a polite shut up before I kill you.
So it lets out the screech. You you shoot it with the minor magic missile, and as the missile strikes the creature, it twirls in the air for a moment, and then its whole body just begins to like wither and like collapse into itself before it is gone.
Treya throws her hands up in the air and is like, I got it! Got the stupid floating guy thing.
Right?
Gentle pat on the shoulder. You did it.
Since I'm back, Nuts is going to think sitting around is boring and try to make the
Try to cross
do
the
Yeah.
So Cat
I
did
did
put
yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Cat put the extendo pole onto the pit. So that if you fail, you can like try to grab onto that before you fall in, kind of thing. So.
yeah.
But yeah, if you want to
Hard to
do
keep
the
what's
like
kicking at.
sidling around, that is the acrobatics, the dex-based one, whichever. Again, I'm
That was cocked. Sorry.
already forgetting. Yes, acrobatics.
Acrobatics is dex. Which
Yes.
my boy ain't so dexterous.
Right.
That's a 5.
Oh no.
Thank God one is just as bad as I.
Yeah. Liana got a 6 earlier.
Yeah, and then a 9. So
Yeah.
Sex number?
So
No.
you push yourself up against the wall. You begin to slide across. Unfortunately, your feet are just too big. There's not enough space for your feet to get across the very thin bit of the pit that's right here. I will say, however, that you only take a couple of steps before you realize this, allowing you to, kind of shimmy back before, you have any issues, so. I always like to try to give people at least one chance,
Going to use up the second chance. He's going to take a couple steps back and try to just leap across.
Just leap across,
So,
alright? So an
Couple
athletics.
steps back. Yes. That's better. 15.
Hey! So realizing that your feet are too big to shimmy across, you take a couple steps back, you rush at it, and you leap and land perfectly fine on the other side with no issues. It is at this moment that Ketreya sees the Eldritch Eye creature. It lets out its shriek, and then Cat blasts it and kills it.
Well, relieved to see that Nuts made it across, she looks at the Warforged and is like, "Oh, could you grab my pole for me?"
Sure. He grabs the pole and pulls it out.
Okay.
And she takes it back and collapses it, puts it in her pouch.
Puts it back in her pouch.
And
So Map Tools does do a weird thing here, where because this is an edge, it doesn't go around the corner. But this section is technically also purple, like over here is. So you can see the purple glow of crystals up ahead. So.
by the way, does this deformation here feel unsafe in any way? Since we just had a pit trap,
No.
I'm a little untrustworthy of this thing.
Right. No,
Just kind of like
this is
poking at it.
it's literally just like the ground dips down and then comes back up. You poke at it, you try to mess with it a bit to see, but no, it's not any
A
kind
couple
of
taps with a
pit.
rapier,
So
Like, okay, this seems pretty safe. All right,
yeah.
moving forward.
Alrighty. Moving on forward, moving on forward. As you reach the edge here, you glance ahead to the crystal, to the area with the crystals here, and you immediately catch sight of horrific little monstrous creatures that you are probably all too familiar with from the last time you fought them.
One shit.
Hmm?
The little friend.
I did say earlier I was peeking corners, so have they spotted me? I just kind of like leaned my head out a little at first.
They're definitely alert from the screech. If they haven't seen you yet, they're definitely going to start moving towards this area. So you're kind of in this position where I think we would need to roll some initiative.
Okay.
Because, like I said, even if they haven't seen you per se, they're definitely on alert and they're definitely moving forward. So
There's no way we're gonna like get past them without them noticing.
right,
So
indeed.
We could run away and hope they fall in the pit, but then at the same time, I'd rather not.
half of us would probably fall in the pit.
Anyway, that's a I mean, they're just hatchlings. They aren't that bad.
Right.
Wait a minute. Anyway, 20. That's a synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20. Okay.
I got a 14.
I
I
am
got
ready
it.
to cry.
I got a 10.
Let's see. So Nuts got a 10, you said,
Yes.
and Liana got a 17. Okay. Just making sure I had. Whoops. Just making sure I had that in the correct order. As far as Katreya and the hatchlings, Katreya definitely has the upper hand in initiative. Which brings us to, I assume Liana would actually be a little bit closer. But it brings us to Dawn, starting us off.
Alright. Let's see.
Wait, these are 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. No idea what happened to number 6. Number 6 was not in the other fight.
Go get him, dog.
I think I placed number 6 somewhere on the map, and then did, like, I don't know, number 6 did not end up in either of the combats, but yet there was, the first fight was 1 through 5, and this fight is 7 through 11, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to number 6. Anyway.
Okay, Don's just gonna move to the side of Katreya and shoot an arrow at hatchling number 7.
Alrighty.
That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's full damage. That's full damage at 10.
Full damage at 10. Alright. That one is down for sure.
Huh.
Alright. Liana. So now keep in mind that these are difficult terrain, and it's going to track that automatically for you. Like this is 20 foot instead of just being like 10 or 15. So,
30 feet.
okay.
Okay, now I have to do math. Don't written down. Big brain stuff.
I'm sorry, say, what are you doing again?
I'm doing big brain stuff. I gotta do math.
Doing big brain stuff. Got it. Alright. Do some math for me then.
17 to hit 9.
Alright. Yeah, 17 will hit 9. So. Whoops.
I bugged it. I hate math.
A whopping 1 damage. Alright.
That's crazy. It should be dead. It should be dead.
Alright. Katreya.
I'm gonna move up to, let's see, move up to here.
Okay.
So that I'm not blocking anybody. And then I'm going to ready my action to attack the first one that comes within melee.
Sure. Sounds like a plan. Alright. So, it is their turn. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll start by moving this one up here.
And it gets attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see here.
Give it the old 1, 2.
Okay,
Oh,
that's not bad. That is a 17 to hit.
alright, that's it.
Alright, so where's my D8? There it is.
I am back.
Welcome back.
12 piercing damage.
12 piercing damage. Alright. Yeah, it steps up and gets skewered.
Just
Mhm. Yeah, I did see it and I fixed it. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I noticed what when people started moving their tokens down here, I saw that, and it's like, whoops,
Yeah.
oh well. So I have a line. I have a line there. Not that it matters at this point because it's already revealed, but let's
well, if you reuse this map, it'll be fixed.
see. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm probably going to hit him a lot.
Sorry, I don't know why I just choked on.
Ooh, you okay?
Yeah, it's just all of a sudden I just like choked on nothing.
I too choke on ass.
So it was just weird. Alright, it's gonna step up. That is a... Nope, that's not. 21 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Alrighty. So go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. That is a 23 Constitution save.
Alright, and that is a save. Yeah. It's 5? Oh, yeah. It's 5 piercing damage and 3 poison damage. But you do save against being poisoned, so at least there's that.
So I take 8 damage.
Yeah, 8 damage altogether.
Okay.
This one's gonna step up here. That is not going to hit. I'm pretty sure, because that is a 12.
Definitely not.
And then this one is going to step up. That's a 6.
It's a lot.
Kind of like shakes it off her shoe. Like, stop.
Yeah. Alright, Nuts.
All right. So Nuts is going to round the corner. Not quite see. How much was that? Was 15 feet of movement, right?
That was
No, 20. Now I can see. Okay.
Well, this area is also lit up by the crystals, so you would have been able to see anyway.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anything touched by purple you can see, regardless, because it's lit up.
I am going to look at one, give it the stink eye, and cast. Oh. Flame. It has to make a dex saving throw or take 1d8 damage.
Alright. Excuse me. 12?
12 does not succeed.
Alrighty. Which one are you hitting again?
I am going to go for this one, the 8.
8. Alright.
That is 3 radiant damage. Woo!
Alrighty.
Damage is damage.
Yeah. Damage is damage. So, I mean, these things don't have a lot of health, so that is some good damage.
Yeah. And that's my turn.
Alright, done.
Alright. Let's see. Let's see something. Let's see this turn. Okay, good. Alright, since Katrea's already near them, he doesn't even have to get close to him.
Okay.
So he's just going to use a sharp bow and shoot at Nyogi Hatchling. 10.
10? Alrighty.
Not quite a crit, but still a 25 to hit.
And that'll hit.
And with Katrea within 5 feet, that proc sneak attack.
Okay.
That'll be 11 damage.
Alrighty. 10 is down.
Remember to always enable your rogue.
And Liana.
Oh, hell yeah.
Beautiful flanking.
Yep. Get that advantage.
1, you're proficient with the weapon, proficiency is +2, and if it's a strength, it's strength plus proficiency
Still dumb.
plus
Hang on.
whatever you roll.
Throwing stuff. I have the entire thing typed up, so I can just copy and paste it. Big brain.
Hmm.
What's
All right.
damage?
So that's a 14, and a 14 does hit. And that's 3 damage. Unfortunately, it is still up. All right, Katreya.
Alright, well, I'm going to take advantage of, well, advantage.
Mhm. Right.
I was going to say something kitschy. It's like, no, that's just dumb. Why is it when I get advantage, I roll horribly?
Oh no.
I rolled a 5 and a 3. Let me see what that adds up to.
Oof.
That is a 10 to hit.
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
This has happened the last 3 times I've gotten advantage.
Ouch. Unfortunately, it does not work. Let's see. Since Liana dealt some damage to it, this one's gonna turn around and attack. Does a 15 hit Liana?
No, it doesn't.
Hmm?
It doesn't, no.
Does not? Alrighty. And this other one is going to attack Katreya. Does a 17 hit?
That matches my armor class. Yep.
Alrighty. So you'll have to make another con save.
Yep. Good thing I got a +6 to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 20.
20? Alright. So 3 piercing
synthetic.
and 2 poison, so 5 damage altogether.
5 damage altogether. Okay, down to 11.
And nuts.
Alright, I'm gonna waltz up and, I'm going to do a program remove and use shocking grasp.
Okay.
I'm going to ring its eel neck.
Okay.
Grasp. I have to roll to attack. 2 plus. $17 to hit?
Yeah, 17 is a hit.
Okay. It's 1D. It takes 4 damage, and it can't take reactions.
Alright. Yogi 8 is down.
Nice.
Dawn.
All right. Second, third, first, same as the first. And just shoots an 11.
Okay.
That's a 14 hit.
14 hits.
And practice sneak attack. That's going to be 13 damage.
13 damage. Nice. All right. The last Nyogi goes down. As it collapses, it lets out a horrid screeching noise. It is only a moment later that something drops from above. A much larger, much more threatening creature. It looks basically the same as the hatchlings, except that it is bigger.
Person-sized. It's person-sized.
It's person-sized instead, yeah. It raises its eel-like head up, and in normal common, it speaks out and says, "You have killed my children. You will pay." To which I will now go ahead and roll its initiative. It is not moving much in the initiative, it looks like. It is going to be above nuts, but not by much. Alright. Which means Liana is up.
Pro gamer strap. Bruh. My rolls today, doo-doo.
Ooh.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. So you rolled a 7. That is nowhere even close to its AC.
Oh, well, I am a...
This thing has way more AC than the little babies had. So,
I mean,
alright.
If I could use my magical power of telepathy, telekinesis, I would have rolled it.
Alright. Katreya.
Well, let's see if my advantage curse continues.
Indeed.
I have done poorly with advantage in combat, like so many times now. Actually, first I'm gonna second wind because I need more hit points.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. 8 plus 2, so I got back 10.
Okay.
That puts me up to 21. That's pretty good. I'm almost back up.
Good, good.
Okay, now, hopefully with the stabity. That's a 19. I will
That's a
take
19.
that. So that is a total of 24 to hit.
Alright, yeah. That'll hit.
That is 12 piercing on the Nyogi.
12 piercing. Alrighty.
And then I'm going to action surge and do it again.
Sure.
Just like, ha! Well, that was dumb.
Okay.
One of my dice flew off my desk and somehow managed to like trigger one of the keys on my keyboard.
Oh.
Big win.
All right, let's try that again. That is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay. Ooh, max damage. That is 13 piercing.
All right.
And that is literally all I can do.
That is literally all you can do. I understand that. All right. Nyogi is up. So let's see here. So the first thing it is going to do is use a bonus action. And it is going to turn its head to Katreya and say, "Obey me!" Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, heck. Not proficient in wisdom saves, but at least my wisdom is decent.
Right.
Let's see how this goes. Please don't roll a 3. Okay, I'll take an 18. That's great.
Ooh.
That is a total of 20 to save.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you save against that. Seeing that, the Nyogi is going to hiss loudly and try to bite you. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, go ahead and make a con save.
All right. That is a 17.
17. That will save. So that is 9 points of damage altogether. No, it's not. I rolled the wrong things. Hang on.
Okay.
Those are
Well, there goes
D6s.
my healing surge.
Those are D6s. They are not D4s like the hatchlings are. Let me try that again. Okay, so that is... It's 8 points of poison damage. It is 5 points of piercing damage. It is 13 altogether.
Oof, yeah, that blew my second wind away. Let's see. 13. Okay, I'm going to have to calculate this.
Right.
Oh yeah, I am. That hurt. That hurt real good.
That's good. That's good. It's going to raise its claws to Liana. That is a synthetic 20.
Okay.
I'm down to 8.
Ouch. So that is 8 slashing damage, because I'm assuming that the 20 hit. I didn't actually
Yep.
hear, though.
20's always hit.
Hmm?
20 hits, yeah.
20 hits? Okay. And I guess it's just
Did you say that was 8 damage or 6?
Yeah, 8 slashing. So 8 damage. And I guess just because it's only the two of you, it will make another swing at Katreya.
Oh, this could be it.
22 to hit.
Oh, yep, going down.
We might roll a 1 for damage, you'll be fine.
It is going to rake you across the chest for 6 slashing damage.
And that's it?
Yep, just 6 slash.
Okay.
'Cause it's a
2.
it's it's claw. It's using its claws, so
Okay.
it gets 1 bite and 2 claws. So
Ah, all right.
is there a break over there?
Yeah.
Oh no, it just looks funky. That's not an actual break. That's just map tools being weird.
He's like, ugh, Gurk.
Nuts is up.
I'm gonna hit that bitch.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that maneuver and go to bonk it because drawing a weapon is a free action, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Nuts is going to grab his hammer from right under the head
Okay.
and, on his hip and smash it up into the face of the
Neogi.
Neogi.
Neogi. I like these creatures. I don't know what it is about them, but ever since I found them in the monster manual, I have loved them.
They actually are pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a 15 to hit.
That is literally just barely a hit. Any lower and you would have missed. That is its AC.
And I'm going to use the cantrip Booming Blade.
Okay.
So basically, I make a melee attack roll, and I do normal weapon stuff, but it's also sheathed now in a sheet of thunder, and if it willingly moves, it takes damage.
Okay. Yep.
So my Warhammer does 8 damage, 8 bludgeoning damage, and it is now encased in thunder.
Cased in sound. A big boom, booming circle of sound, more or less. Alright. Dawn.
Alright. Oh, no point of really trying to getting close to it. So he's just gonna shoot it. With an arrow, mind you.
Sure. Shoot it. It's probably gonna go down before it has another turn, but we'll see.
19 to hit.
19 will hit.
That's gonna be 14 damage.
Oof. It's feeling it, let me tell you. It's feeling it. Alright. It's still up, but it's feeling it.
Yep.
Oh, was there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Liana.
21 to hit, 9 damage.
Yep, 21 to hit with 9 damage. Alright.
What is, by the way, what is the rule on action surge? Is it a short rest or long rest?
Short rest.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's a short. I think action surge is on a short rest.
Yep.
So-
So you've got it back.
So let's see. 21 to hit, 9 damage, and it lets out a roar as its legs collapse out from under it, and its head drops and strikes the ground. It is dead. Woo!
Freya's like, yay, good job, everybody. And then just kind of like slumps to her knees for a moment, bleeding profusely.
Right. You defeated your first mini boss.
How long until it becomes a regular enemy?
Hmm?
How long until before it becomes a regular enemy?
Level 3.
Level 3, I think. So, next level it'll be a regular enemy, basically. Well, next level, maybe level after, because it is a challenge rating 3 monster, so. Though I might have lowered its challenge rating slightly, but because this thing is supposed to deal 5d6 damage per hit, and I made it only 3, so
Oh.
I would have dealt considerably more damage to poor cat with the first strike, but
Yeah, would have fucking been massacred.
yeah. So that was the only damage I reduced, though. It was getting its claws are 2d4, and I was factoring that, but I dropped the 4d6 poison down to 2d6 poison. So.
Mm.
But the Neogis are also supposed to be dealing 2d8 poison damage, and they're only challenge rating 1/8, and I always thought that was insane. So
Cat gets back 5 HP.
Oh, thank you. I'm less dying.
You know, less dying. You're in peak physical condition.
I am a little sad that it didn't get to enslave anybody, though.
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are sad about that.
I wonder why.
Oh no. Whatever could we do? Oh no.
So attached to its chitin-covered chest, you find a moonstone has been kind of grafted into the chitin.
I'm gonna stab my sword into its chest and pry out the stuff.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and drink my healing elixir while they're doing that.
Okay.
Be careful with that. We don't know if it gets damaged, it doesn't work anymore.
I'm being careful enough. Supposed to be sturdy. I believe now that we have this, we should return to our little lizard friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that puts me at 14.
To inform them of the pleasant.
The question is, do you want to go back across the pit? Or do you want to go forward and hope that this connects?
I do not want to try fate again. Nuts is going to start moving that way.
Start moving that way? Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do the pit again.
Don't want to do the pit again. Alrighty.
Once with the pit was enough.
Let's see. The cavern continues off a bit to the southwest as you come along. Eventually, as you kind of reach this area of the cave, you notice that the cavern continues to the south a bit. There we go. Okay, that was some weird, like, lighting it was doing. But you can see that the cavern goes down to the southeast here. But you can also see that the cavern looks as though it heads up to the northwest here. As you grow near to the crystal here, as you near the intersection here, a few creatures begin to round the corner. They are large green things with skull-like heads.
I'm really not okay with how I recognize these.
Instead of eyes, they have two glowing sockets for where their eyes should be. And they walk on four long, pointy legs. They are rounding the corner as you reach this intersection. And you both notice each other at roughly the same time.
Creeper. Oh man.
The creeper? Oh man. These are
Like,
Death
literally,
Stalkers.
I recognized the image because I saw like the little heads pop up and I'm like, there's no way. And then I looked at the portrait and I'm like, it is, isn't it?
It is.
I'm not okay with the fact that I recognize them from the skull.
They are in fact a reference to the Minecraft creeper. They are not called Minecraft creepers. They are
It's
called
fine. I
Death
have knockback
Stalkers.
4 on my sword. It's okay.
Hmm?
I have knockback 4. It's all good.
You have knockback 4. I have knockback 4.
Do you have a flint and steel on you by chance?
No, but I do have this lava bucket.
Damn.
Let's
those
see.
Oh, they're ugly.
Rude. They could have personalities that are vibrant like the sun.
I
I
think they're
don't
just gonna,
think those are intelligent enough to have vibrant days beneath the sun.
I think they're going to explode. I think, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Mhm.
Is that a cat pun? Perhaps. Huh?
Now, when I'm going to make a pun, I'm going to make a pun. Anyway,
Done, it's
Anyway,
up.
something tells me we don't want those things getting too close.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, Katreya here is still bleeding pretty bad.
Did you eat the bottle?
Okay, I'm feeling a bit better.
Touched by purple. Let's see. Oh yeah, she used one of the healing potions, right?
I use the healing elixir I could make once a day.
Oh, okay.
It's a free resource, so I just used it.
Right, okay. I was gonna update the thing, but yeah. If it's something you have, then I won't update the party store. Anyway, so Dawn. You're
Okay,
up
that'd
first.
be 8. That's going to be an 18. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. That'll hit. Also,
Hmm?
these creatures don't... I will have to fix that. Their HP is listed incorrectly. I don't know why.
And that's going to be an 8 to hit.
And you mean 8 for damage?
I mean, 8 damage.
8 damage? Okay. One sec. I'm gonna reorganize their numerical order. Apparently, number 1 ended up in the back somehow. Alright, so 8 damage on number 1. You strike it, the creature hisses, and then the whole thing just dissolves into this gray powder.
Well, that went well.
Alright, Liana.
11 to hit.
11 to hit. That is a hit.
6 damage.
6 damage. I'm assuming... Oh, yeah, because technically the others are behind. Yeah, that is a... That's good. That kills... That takes that one out.
Right, Leona's gonna carefully step forward just out of fit. Okay, yep, there's more.
Yep.
Action surge, and I'm gonna shoot at 4.
Shoot at 4. Alright.
Into hit.
10 is... Yeah, 10 is a hit.
6 damage again.
6 damage. Alright. It's down as well. Very
Right,
good.
I'm wanting to see one more. Actually, I still have movement, so I was here, so I've still got 20 move. Got... Yeah, there's just one more.
Okay.
And then
Alright. Let's see. It's going to
that's a lot of movement.
go ahead
Oh, it's
and it's gonna do a full 10 feet of or 30 feet of movement. It steps up to here. Its eyes begin to glow as you hear a hiss. And then, bang! Cat, Nuts, and Liana, all of you need to make Dex saving throws.
I don't got Dex, damn it.
Hey, got it.
Dex save and throw. That is a 12.
That is a 12. Alright,
14.
okay.
I'm about to crying you up. Oh.
Hmm?
Speaks
Oh,
for itself, doesn't it?
21. Very nice.
I got 9 plus 10.
Very nice. Okay. So, good news. You all do save. So you're only going to take half damage. Let's see. Which means that out of the 10 necrotic damage, you're all going to take 5.
Damn. I'm hurting.
I'm
Yeah,
about
back
to get
down to
really
wounded.
happy. I'm about to be really happy again. I was like, my mood was just about to drop, but now it's happy. Resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh,
Hey y'all.
Hey.
I'm down to. I'm down to 5 HP here.
oof.
So
Yep,
do I
saw that
take-
coming.
Do I take 3 damage?
You would take 2 damage because it would reduce down to 2.5, which is then rounded down. So,
Okay, so I'm at 10 health.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to use up
Fucking
some healing
fuck.
potions.
It was really
yeah, that is, I mean, you could try a short rest. So,
true. We have been through a lot.
that's so. The creature stepped up to here. Its eyes began to glow, and it gave off a hiss, and then in an explosion of black energy, I should say necrotic energy, it dealt, 10 necrotic damage, which was then halved down to 5. That said, there were only 4 of them. I mean, the whole point was really just to, have one of them explode on the party. Which at least one of them succeeded on, so. But yeah, Liana can tell you by looking ahead that there are no other Deathstalkers that she can see. So,
And also, there is a shaped formation of rock that she recognizes.
yes.
Congratulations, we have found the loot.
So you have found the roundabout. You have come full circle. So you do know at least going around this way and up, you'll be fine. Whether you will be fine heading off this way is something you don't know. And you know that there is more to the south, but whether you want to go that way is unknown.
May I make a suggestion, dear party? We could go back to our old camp spot that we went to before, and we can set up camp again for another short rest, because I know we need it.
Right.
But if you guys wish to group on, we may.
Yeah, that's up to you if you guys want to go take a short rest at your campsite, or...
Well, it would let me get Second Wind and Action Surge back. Though I'm
Right.
out of hit dice, so I can't spend any hit dice to heal.
Mm.
Remember, I'm taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
upload my actual player.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's up to you. You do have 3 healing potions, so you can get some health back through that.
How many health potions does the party have?
3.
It's 3 healing potions.
Though I recommend taking a short rest and using any hit die you have.
Yeah.
I have a D6 hit die,
Just one?
just one.
Well, I mean, it'll be worth it because you'll have a short rest.
Well, that
At least
put
I could
that-
use
yeah.
Second Wind again. So,
Yeah, and then you'll get your abilities back that you may have.
Yeah.
No, all of mine are day. I have to take a long rest before I can use them again.
Okay.
Which sucks.
I mean, in terms of campaign, I can tell you that, you will probably want to take a rest for what's to come. As far as, like, session, I mean, it is almost 11:30, so now would be a good time to break. You know, it's a little early, but, I mean, it means that we can break there. So, if you want to
I'd
do
agree that it does seem like an optimum time to call it.
that. Right.
By taking a short rest in our old spot.
yeah, why don't we finish scouting the route back to our previous campsite?
Sure.
Mm.
So, I will give you this much. Once you arrive here, you note that, you know, to the north is the campgrounds, or yeah, where you were before when you fought the zombies. That said, there is a horrendous amount of noise coming from the south. And when I say a horrendous amount of noise, I mean it sounds like there are probably 100 people talking all at once coming from the south.
Yeah, let's not go that way right now.
Yeah, that is a trouble for another time.
Okay.
For me, the deal.
Say that again?
That is an issue that future me will have to deal with.
That's future me's problem.
That's future me's problem, right?
Future me is gonna hate past me, but I do not care.
Alright, so back up to the, I think I put the I put the campfire on the hidden layer. So I will,
Oh, and for the sake of vision of our animatronic friend here, I will be putting around lit up pebbles by casting cantrips everywhere,
Okay.
just so our friend can have some good vision.
Whee!
Now even more tired, hurt, and depleted than last time.
Right.
What? Meanwhile, our
Oh,
local cat didn't even get touched this time.
Yeah, you're lucky that you have ranged.
Right.
Nuts is going to set up a campfire right there.
Set it up over there instead.
Yep, right in the doorway. So if any enemies have to come through, they have to go right through the fire.
Alrighty.
So they can go over this.
Alright.
Your heart's in the right place.
Potato, potato.
So I can tell you that you are almost through the caves. You will be in the Lost City probably by the end of next session, if not middle. So you guys
Cool.
are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My milestone senses a tingling. Guys.
Milestone sense.
Milestone senses. But yeah, you are coming up to the lost city of Kefu. So hopefully by next session you guys will get to see what I'm excited about with that.
So we've got the south, and we've got the covered in cobwebs other trail can go down.
Right. I mean, you know, if you want to, you don't have to explore everything too, so.
Yeah, but the loot.
But that said, I don't have anything else to say, so I think we will call it here on a short rest. And next
Also-
week,
Would anyone care if I drank one of the healing potions?
Go for it. You ran out of hit dice, so I mean.
I'm out of everything.
Yeah,
basically.
out of everything. So I understand that. I mean, the point of the dungeon has been to drain you of, you know, your resources more or less. So
Yep.
that
No,
is
only healing potion.
that do be how I design dungeons. I usually have a mini boss. I have a mini boss. I have a boss. Sometimes they're next to each other. Depends on where, you know, how you venture. But the general idea is for players to be, I don't want to say out of resources, like, you know, completely. Like, it's not to drain you of your spell slots and drain you of, you know, everything. But it is to get you to the boss with, you know, a steady amount of hit points, but not like, oh, I can still heal like 50 times, you know. But that's just because that's how I design dungeons, is I want you to get to the boss and be like, okay, you know, we have to use everything that we have left, instead of,
It feels
hey,
like an
you know.
appropriately uphill struggle.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That is my goal. It's also why there were only 4 Deathstalkers, because I'm like, if each of you kills like 1, then you should be fine for the encounter, you know. You managed to kill 3 of them before they got a turn, so. That said, they absolutely are designed as creepers. If they take fire damage, they immediately explode. If they take lightning damage, they supercharge and deal 5d6 damage. And
Be glad that I didn't get a turn.
yeah, I was a little sad that you didn't get a turn. But yeah, if they take lightning damage, they deal big damage because they get supercharged. And literally their only action is to explode. They have nothing else. So, But they're immune to each other, so that if one explodes, they don't, damage the others. And technically they're immune to lightning damage in the rules wise, because they have damage immunity. But taking lightning damage gives them their supercharge. So, and that deals 5d6 with a radius of 20 feet instead of just 2d6 of 10 feet. So,
I'm amazing. I did second wind, which gave me 8 health back, and then I rolled a d10 to use a hit dice, and it gave me 2 health back. So,
did you add your con mod for your hit dice?
my con mod. Oh,
Wait, you add your con mod to it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Oh well, I mean that put me to full health then, so I'm extra 4 HP. Extra.
Yeah.
Generally, you don't, but I'm assuming that's a house rule.
No, I'm pretty sure that was a regular rule, because that's the way we've
No.
always ran it. I can
Is
double
No, you
check.
just roll your hit die.
Yeah, you just roll the hit dice when you regen health. It's the plus con mod for when you're leveling up.
Let me see.
But
Where-
I mean, if I'm full HP, I'm taking.
I'm trying to see where that would be in the rules. Oops, hit dice.
Oh, you're right. You do add your con modifier.
Yeah, I was thinking you did.
Wow, my other group has been chensing me.
Ooh.
I'm gonna yell at my DM.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
that's like that. That's
gonna
just a
threaten-
base like rule. So.
I'm gonna yell at him, and if he doesn't give me my goddamn experience and my health, I'm gonna threaten him with no more hugs and smiles, and he can suck it. We're not watching. Click. My other DM is Maru,
Interesting.
by the way, so I have the right to bully him.
See, yeah, a character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level. For each hit die spent in this way, the player adds the die. The player rolls the die and adds the character's Constitution modifier to it. The character regains hit points equal to the total, minimum of 0. Player can decide to spend an additional hit die after each roll. Character regains some spent hit dice upon finishing a long rest, as explained in the long rest rules, which is all of their hit dice. But yeah, I mean, because also if you have a negative con modifier, then that gets added into your hit dice too.
Yeah, that's true.
God,
You know,
I'd hate to be
you
like-
could roll a 2, but if you have a negative 2, then you literally restore 0 hit points.
AKA wizard with a
negative-
-4.
So,
What you had like a negative, like
Hmm?
yeah, like Squirrel said, if you have like a -4 con mod, does that damage you?
no. The rules specifically state that the minimum is 0. So the worst that you can do is not heal.
Damn, yeah, but like, for real though, wizards with a -4.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
That would be a good way to punish that player for
Yeah.
putting no stuff into
Wanna use
Yeah.
a hit die?
I did have a wizard at one point that put a 6, I think it was. They had a -2 to their con mod, and I was just like, why? They're like, because it's the stat I didn't need.
See, now, they are the kind of player that is the reason there is a joke that a wizard could die to a paper cut.
Yes.
Or air.
They
Gorgeous. Gentle breeze.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
unfortunately they legitimately did have what, like 4 hit points? Because wizards have what, a D6, I think.
No, I think they
Yeah.
literally had.
I am
I've got the thing up right now. They have a. Oh yeah, it's a D6.
D6. Yeah, I was gonna say I think in first edition they had a D4. Yeah, but yeah, here in 5th they have a D6 plus con, and
There is
you
two
can
extras.
have, you can have a reduction in your health by having a Constitution modifier. A negative con mod. It's just you can't. Obviously, you can't have 0 hit points. Because other, then you would just be dead.
Yeah, break the system. You go so far, and you go into negative, so then you become undead, and then you become easy.
Integer
But-
over.
But yeah, when you level up, the minimum that you can gain is 0. So if you're a wizard and you have a negative con, you could legitimately be stuck at 4 hit points. Just because you don't get higher than 2 on your roll,
Oh my God.
But you can't level up and then lose health. So leveling up and healing, the most that you can have is a 0.
Level 20
Or,
wizard.
well, the minimum you
has
can have is
full
0.
HP. Poor
So-
bastard.
Hmm?
Level 20 wizard, full HP.
Well,
Dives to
20
a
wizard was
level-
4 HP. Yeah. Talk about a
dives to
glass
level
cannon.
1 fighter. Plays to a level 1 fighter because their initiative roll was just a bit higher.
Right.
You didn't have to use a weapon, you could literally just punch them because an unarmed strike is a 4. It's a D4, oh my god.
So anyway, I guess this is where we're ending. So for those watching the VOD or podcast or whatever you want to call it, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You come on out to twitch.tv/SereneInc, where you can see these live at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. Come hang out with us, chat in the chat. We do pay attention to the chat, and we type in the chat. We don't speak, out to not to break the podcast, or to not break the podcast. But we do, at least I do. I pay attention to the chat, and talk to people in the chat when they come out. So feel free to come on out and chat with us. And check out Patreon in the link below in the video description if you want to help out the channel. Also, I've done all of this backwards, but you can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the other episodes you might have missed. And with that, we'll see you all next time. See you later.
Deuces.